Well, dear learners, I welcome you all in this session on Hire Purchase Accounts, Part 7. So, well, friends, we are discussing about the accounting treatment of goods bearing a small value under the hire purchase system. So far, we have discussed about the accounting treatment of the goods of substantial value under the hire purchase system. But you know, in the era of competitive world where the technology has taken place, so here under such a situation there are many products which are of small value but are of great importance in routine life. So therefore, when these products bearing comparatively small value are sold under hire purchase system, then the accounting treatment is entirely a different exercise. We need to transact and we need to record the business transactions in a very peculiar manner, and the same we will discuss today in this session. So, well, friends, when the goods is sold under hire purchase system, so when we have been provided with the informations, there are some informations which have not been provided. Then we need to identify those informations which have not been provided and which are quite essentials for recording the business transaction under the hire purchase system. So we need to locate those missing figures, and then we need to prepare the hire purchase trading account. So well, friends, under this system, these items may be hire purchase stock at beginning and at end, then installment due, opening and closing, purchases, cash received, etc. It becomes necessary to calculate the figure of these items and then prepare a hire purchase trading account. Let us now understand how such figure is find out. So we can easily calculate and we can easily find out the missing figure with the help of the informations which have been provided to us. So we will discuss this problem with the help of an illustration. So the illustration is that Home Appliances Limited sell goods on hire purchase terms at a profit of 25% on hire purchase price. Following are the transactions for the year ended 31st December 2018. So we have been provided with the information: stock out on hire at cost. It means opening stock, and this opening stock is at cost price, it is 6,000. Then stock on hand at shop, it is 1,000. Installment due rupees 600, cash received rupees 16,000. Then the items at the end of the years are also provided: stock out on hire at cost. So we have been provided with closing stock 6,900, stock in hand at shop, that is 1400. Installment due, so this is the closing balance of installment due, rupees 1000. Calculate the profit or loss on hire purchase under debtors method. So here one item is missing, that is hire purchase trading account. So here the item which is missing, here it is a printing mistake. This one, goods sold on hire purchase 17,600 is also provided, but it has not been mentioned here. So it is a typographical mistake. So here hire purchase trading account. So well friends, if we see the hire purchase trading account, so in the credit side, buy cash received 16,000. So it is given in the question, cash received 60,000. Then buy stock with customer. So here we have been provided the stock, closing stock 6,900, and here when we have been provided the profit of 25% on hire purchase price. So if it is provided on hire purchase price, then very simple, we must calculate the amount of loading. It's very simple, the balancing figure multiply by rate divided by 100 minus rate. So it is balancing figure, whatever the amount would be, multiply by 25% divided by 100 minus rate. It means 100 minus 25, that is 75. So it is 1/3, it means it is 1/3. So buy stock with customer. So we have been provided stock with customer in the question, that is 6,900. Here it is provided, but here in the questions we have to calculate the figure with loading amount. So 6,900, so the loading amount would be 6,900 multiplied by 1 divided by 3, it means 1/3, 2,300. So 6,900 plus 2,300, it comes to 9,200. So this amount of rupees 9,200 is after including the amount of loading which have been provided in the question, that profit is 25% on hire purchase price. It means 1/3 of the figures given in the questions. It is 9,200. Then to stock with customer. So it is opening stock. So opening stock has been provided. It is 6,000. So opening stock is 6,000. So here all the figures we have to take under the considerations after including the amount of loading. So 6,000 divided by 3 multiply by 1. So it is 2,000. So opening stock would be 6,000 plus 2,000, that is this 2,000 is the amount of loading. So total is 8,000. So this amount also includes the amount of loading, that is rupees 2,000 is the amount of loading, and in this again the amount of loading, that is 2,300 is included in the closing stock. So well friends, we have already discussed that the loading amount is always included in the amount of stock, in the amount of goods sold on hire purchase, and in the amounts of opening stock, closing stock, goods sold on hire purchase, etc. So here to installment due. So installment due is given opening 600, installment due opening 600. So and here this is what we have calculated. Cash received this much, stock with customer this much, stock with customer 8,000, installment due. So this is what we can say 17,600. So total is 26,200, 26,200, and installment due closing is also given, installment due closing is also given. So this closing installment due we have written in the credit side. So all the closing figures are always written in the credit side and the opening figures are written in the debit side. So 26,200, 26,200. Now you see the amount of closing stock which was included in the credit side, that will be Now transfer to the debit side of profit and loss. So it is 2300. So out of 9200, 2300 was the amount of loading. Similarly, here out of 8200 is 2000 is the amount which is included in this figure as a loading. So this amount of rupees 2000 will be transferred here in the right side, 2000 by stock reserves. And here by goods sold on hire purchase, that is 4400. This is the loading amount 4400. So how did we arrive it? So this is 17,600. So out of this 17,600, 4,200 is the amount which is included in the 4,400 is the amount which is included in this. By goods sold on hire purchase, 4,400. So here the informations have been provided. Yes, 4,400. So total it is 6,400, 6,400. Now memorandum stock at shop. So memorandum stock at shop, opening stock is given 1000 rupees. So to balance brought down 1000. Closing stock is also given, therefore by balance CD 1400. So this figure of 1000 as opening stock is given, this figure of rupees 1400 as a closing stock is given, and then buy stock with customer 13,200. So out of this buy stock with customer 13,200. So it means 4,400 is the amount of loading which is included in this 13,200. Amount of loading was 4,400. Therefore, the total amount was 17,600 as it has already been mentioned here in hire purchase trading account. 4,400 was the amount of loading. So total it is 14,600. Here this is the balancing figure, to purchase balancing figure 13,600. This is the total 14,600. If we subtract this rupees 1000 out of this 14,600, the balance will come 13,600. Then memorandum stock with customer account. So it's quite simple. Again, this memorandum stock with customer will be prepared keeping in view the amount of loading also. So here the invoice price, that is the hire purchase price, is written. So here by balance CD it is 9,200. So because it was 6,900, so including rupees 2,300. So if we include 2,300 in 6,900, it comes to 9,200. And here 8,000, because the amount was 6,000, so 2,000 was loading amount, therefore it was 8,000. And here to stock at shop 17,600. So the figure we have already calculated, and this is the amount of by installment due balancing figure 16,400. Then memorandum installment due account. So by cash received it is given in the question 16,000, and installment due closing amount is given, so total is 17,000. Installment due opening amount is given 600, and to stock with customer this is the balancing figure 16,400 it is given, so 17,000. Now the next one is stock and debtor system. So the profit or loss for an accounting period on goods of small value sold on hire purchase basis can also be ascertained by another method called stock and debtor system. So this system is similar to the system followed in case of branch account. So similarly we also prepare stock and debtor system under the branch account. So this method of debtor system is quite similar to the method of stock and debtor systems that we prepare under the branch account. So under this system we make use of 4 control accounts. So these 4 control account we must remember. First one is hire purchase stock account, hire purchase debtor accounts, goods sold on hire purchase account, and fourth one is good repossessed account. So hire purchase adjustment account is prepared for making out the profit or loss on hire purchase business. The hire purchase adjustment account is similar to the second part of the hire purchase trading account, wherein entries are made for loading involved in the goods sold on hire purchase and the opening and closing balances of the hire purchase stock. Installment not yet due. So, this hire purchase stock is also known as installment not yet due and shows the expenses and losses relating to the hire purchase business. The balancing figure in the hire purchase adjustment account represents the profit or loss on hire purchase business. So, we can now easily understand the implications of these informations on calculation of net profit under the hire purchase systems for the products which are of small value. So, Easy Payment Limited sell goods on hire purchase basis at a profit of 50% on cost. So, here 50% on cost. So, if it is given 50% on cost, then it is very simple, the balancing figure multiply by rate, that is 50% divided by 100 plus rate, it means 100 plus 50, 150. So, 50 divided by 150, it means 1/3. Prepare the hire purchase trading account. So, these are the informations which we have been provided with. Hire purchase stock 18,000, this is the opening balance. Installment due, customers paying opening 10,000, it means this is the opening balance of installment due. Goods sold on hire purchase during the year at hire purchase price. So, goods sold is also given 1,74,000, but this is representing the hire purchase price. So, it means loading is already included in this. Cash received from customer 1,20,000, goods repossessed valued at 3,000 and the installment due amount is 6,000. Hire purchase stock at the end, it is the 60,000. Installment due, so this is the closing balance of installment due, that is 16,000 and opening balance was 10,000. Expense is 19,000. So, these are the informations which have been provided to us. So, on the basis of these informations, we will calculate the net profit or loss under the hire purchase system for the goods which are of small values. Taking the information from previous illustration, ascertain the profit on hire purchase business by following the stock and debtor system. So, it is very simple. We can see here the opening balance 18,000, two balance brought down. Opening balance hire purchase stock 18,000 and two goods sold on hire purchase account. So, goods sold hire purchase price is also provided 1,74,000, that is 1,74,000. So, total is 1,92,000. Now, come to this side, this is the by goods repossessed, it is 6,000. So, 6,000 is the hire purchase price and 3,000 is the cost price. Good repossessed, it is 6,000 and by balance CD. So, it is the closing stock. Closing stock is given to us. Closing stock is stock. Hire purchase stock closing balance is 60,000. So, it is by balance CD closing stock is 60,000. So, this is 1,92,000. So, out of 1,92,000, if we subtract 6,000 and 60,000, the balance will come 1,28,000. That is why it is known as balancing figure. So, this is the amount by hire purchase debtors 1,28,000. This is the amount which we have calculated from this hire purchase stock account. So, now this balancing figure all we have done. Hire purchase debtors account. So, we can easily purchase the hire purchase debtors account. Hire purchase debtor to balance BD, this opening balance is given in the question. Debtors opening balance, yes, this is the debtors opening balance 10,000, it is given 10,000. Here by cash 1,22,000, it is also given. Cash received 1,20,000. It is given by cash 1,20,000. By balance CD, so debtors closing stock is also given to us 16,000. Closing stock 16,000. It is given 16,000. Total is 1,36,000. So out of 136, if we subtract this balance of rupee 10,000, this is the balancing figure of 1,26,000. 1,26,000. So here the closing debtor of balance was 16,000. So if we will calculate it next year, then it will be brought down to the debit side, to balance brought down 16,000. Then goods repossessed account. So we have been provided with the information goods repossessed 6,000, it is provided, and here the 3,000 amount which is also provided, that this 3,000 is the cost price of goods repossessed and 6,000 is the amount of hire purchase price. So this is the balancing figure of 3,000, which is known as hire purchase adjustment account, that is loss being the difference between installment unpaid and its market value. So it is already given in the question. Yes, this is 6,000 and 3,000. So it means 3,000 is the net amount of loss. Next one is hire purchase adjustment account. So here to stock it is a reserve loading on closing of hire purchase stock. So here buy stock reserves. So opening balance of stock was, this is the loading on opening stock. So what was the opening stock? Opening stock was 18,000. So 1/3 of this 6,000. So 6,000 is the loading amount. 6,000 is the loading amount. Buy goods sold on hire purchase. So this is the amount of loading 58,000. So what was the amount of goods sold? 1,74,000. So loading is 1/3. So 1/3 of 1,74,000 is the 58,000. So totally it is 64,000. And here to loss on goods repossessed, it is given 3,000. The expenses, it is also given 19,000. Yes, two expenses 19,000, and closing stock amount is given 60,000. So 60,000, 1/3 of this is the loading. So 1/3 of 60,000 is the 20,000. So which we have mentioned, 20,000 is the loading amount on closing stock. So this 3,000 we have calculated, 20,000 has been calculated, two expenses 19,000 is the given. So this is the balancing figure of 22,000. So 64,000. This is the net amount of profit, that is 22,000. So this was all about this session on hire purchase part 7. So with this, I am sure that maintaining the books of account under hire purchase system, it is now very clear how the books of accounts are maintained under hire purchase systems, and how the amount of goods repossessed is treated, what will be the accounting treatment, and what will be the accounting treatment in case the goods is sold at higher purchase price. Then under such a situation, the amount of loading has to be adjusted. So here we have learned that how the amount of loading is adjusted while preparing the final accounts under the hire purchase system. So anything which is written in the debit side, the loading amount will go to the opposite side. Anything which is written in the credit side, the loading amount will come to the debit side. And there are only 3 items as far as the loading is concerned. The amount of stock, whether it is opening stock. So if it is opening stock, the loading amount will come this side. If it is the closing stock, loading amount will come this side. If it is goods sold on hire purchase, amount is here, the loading amount will come here. If it is good repossessed, if goods repossessed in the debit side, the loading amount will come to this side, and vice versa. So this was all about this session. I extend my sincere thanks for bearing with me. Thank you very much.